Okay, here we go again. What am I doing? I'm showing some of my paintings before we get into the boring bit of reading and trying to understand a letter I wrote to the world leaders. I'm an amateur painter, as I've told you, and all these things I'm going to show you today are paintings that I did about in 2011, most of them are, or 2012. Because as an old man now, 82, I don't have too much energy left. So what I did is from a collection of all these old paintings, I just took them out and with a more experienced eye, I started reworking them. It's a lot less stressful to rework something that where the basics are quite okay, and you just want to make them a little bit more formidable. And what happened to me about 3 years ago? I've always been a very simple and very strong painter. I like simplicity, and I like strength, and I like things that are easy to understand. Yeah, and what I did about 3 years ago, to make them stronger, I suddenly said, well, why can't I put black lines around everything? So, because you know, when you're out on these watercolor holidays, painting holidays, everybody says, no, you can't do that. But anyway, I started to, and I like the effect. So most of these are old paintings done about 12 or 13 years ago, and I put black lines on them. And if you look at that one, that was done about 3 or 4 years ago when I was beginning to experiment putting black lines in. That one nearly got into the summer exhibition, was booted out at the last hurdle. And that one I tried to get into the summer exhibition. It's the big, simple composition of a ship with black lines even around the clouds. That's Dedham Church. It's surprising, and those are the Dutch houses in Dedham. It's surprising how many times you paint the same scene if you like the basic composition. Here's another very simple one, Stoke-by-Nayland churchyard. So strong and simple that it didn't need black lines. And when it was being shown in the evening crit, some wag jumped up and said, Philip, you've done something right with this painting. You put your signature in the correct place, right? On the biggest gravestone there is. Anyway, you always get nice guys and friends like that. Over here, 2 big paintings, nearly 2.5 by 2 feet. That was when I was in the Lake District, taking a trip on a boat. That was a scene from the boat to the shore. And this was up in the hills. What do we do? Up in the hills, overlooking Lake Derwentwater, which you see in the distance. It just gives you an idea. Down here, again, showing very, very simple shapes, hopefully understandable. Hopefully, there's one of the roughest and simplest I've done. I think our man David Hockney would like it because there are lots of greens and reds. Yeah. And there again, that's the place I stay when I go on painting holidays. So anyway, very simple paintings, very simple compositions, hopefully mainly understandable art. It's not intellectualized art. And I hope one of the reasons I'm showing this, if somebody can paint reasonably simple, understandable paintings, then there's a chance that the philosophies they write are also simple, strong, and understandable. And before we get into the business of reading the letter, just remember one simple thing, or a couple of very simple things. The only reason the letter has been written on behalf of you, me, every worm and whale, is to try and make sure that human error that we all carry in us does not end up with one human individual making one error which finishes off the whole of civilization and all of life on earth. That's, just bear that in mind. That's the only message that I'm trying to get across. So, okay, that's the end of the pictures. Now we have the hard part of trying to understand the words. Cheers, bye.